Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. Welcome to Jimmy John's Field. It's time for All-Star Baseball. Jay Alexander and I have the OAA versus the MAC All-Star game. It's the top players from Oakland County. It's the top players from Macomb. What an environment and atmosphere, Jay. Perhaps the final time these kids will gather together in their senior campaign to celebrate the success of their careers individually, and as a lot of these teams have gone.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for all of the fans, all of the kids who play in these games to really showcase their skills, right? For those who are already committed and for those who are uncommitted, here's an opportunity for them to say, okay, maybe I want to try something different or go to another school. However, I'm about to get seen right now, so it's exciting.
Oakland County, Macomb County, a bit of a rivalry at times. We've seen great teams from both counties. What stands out amongst the best feature in both teams?
I think the ability to play the game the right way. I think both these conferences are one of the top conferences in the state of Michigan for baseball, high school baseball. And then, you know, they have a lot of good coaching staff throughout the state. And so it's an opportunity for them to showcase who they are, what they are, and what's both conferences all about.
All right, we've got the All-Star game coming up. First pitch just around the corner. Starting lineups are next. You're watching the Preps coverage on Caffeine TV and Prep YouTube for the All-Star game between the OAA and the MAC. Jay and I are back with it right after this. You're watching on the Prep. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full-court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here. Oh, yes, we've got a beautiful night for baseball to celebrate some of the finest high schoolers in the state of Michigan. It's the OAA versus MAC All-Star game. Chad Bush, Jay Alexander about to get set for it. We'll introduce the starting lineups and the rosters as we come back to Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching. Back after the national anthem after this. Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
81 degrees as we get set for the All-Star game between the Oakland Athletic Association and the Macomb Athletic Conference. My name is Chad Bush, alongside Jay Alexander. Jay, this is a fun game. This is a reward game, and these kids are excited to perform and also excited to get out and play with some guys that maybe they haven't played with, and they may end up liking some of the guys they end up sitting next to who might be their rival today.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity, Chad, for those guys to come out here and play, because they're going to go on new teams that they're going in college that they're going to have no idea about, that they're competing against, and then all the way, wait a minute, I have to be their teammate as well, right? So you have to learn from this and really take advantage of the opportunity that you have for you right here. And hopefully we'll have some college staff in play here, give kids opportunity who don't have it.
This is the MAC roster being listed out. We'll have the starting lineups momentarily, but this is the Macomb Athletic Conference roster. Very talented roster, deep talent, some community college, some Division II, some Division I. It's a big mix here. And there's all kinds of scenarios that kids can have success in this day, Jay.
Yeah, it's one of those things, though. I was talking about with a pro guy today, and I was talking to my guy who just got to Vanderbilt yesterday, but the portal is really killing our opportunities at the high school level. And some of these kids, you see a large number of community college players, which in previous years, these have been Division I commits, Division II. So it's a hard thing to swallow, how to pill to swallow. However, opportunity for them to figure out what's next in their chapter of their life.
Now you see the OAA roster again, talented. You got some Ivy kids, Division I, Division II community college, and as you mentioned, the portal has changed things quite a bit. Some folks now look at a community college kid and they're like, that's actually, we got to look at that community college kid a little different.
Right.
He's a higher rated prospect than maybe some other community college kids that have been in that spot in the past.
Correct.
Because there's been such a bottleneck.
Absolutely. And so when you have other top Division I programs, FBS, if you will, in baseball, you know, they're picking and choosing from the Mid-American Conference and those smaller conference players who've proven themselves. So they're going to take a player like that who jumps in a portal rather than a high school kid, which is unfortunate. But giving these kids an opportunity to go to junior college, it's the way to go right now.
No doubt. Let's look at the MAC starting lineup. They'll start with Drew Shornack in center field leading off. Batting second, Dominic Cavassini. Cavassini playing shortstop. Brady Ballar. Brady Ballar headed to Saginaw Valley, bats third. He'll be at third base, fittingly enough. Matthew Whiteman is the first baseman. He will bat fourth, batting fifth. And some of these players will start at a certain position, obviously, and move around. Matthew Dickinson, number 10, Matthew Dickinson will bat in that 5 spot. The sixth hitter is Ty Jenkins. Jenkins in right field. Batting seventh is Zach Freitag out of Chippewa Valley. Jordan Lewis will bat eighth. He's at second base. And Andrew Schuster will bat ninth. Schuster is on the mound for the MAC club, and the MAC is coached by a combination of 4 coaches, and it's Dan Talent, Steve Spizak, Kevin Shubnell, and Mike Cubitt. Talent is from Ford, Spizak is from Eisenhower, Shubnell is from Grosse Pointe North, of course, who made it to the Final Four, and Mike Cubitt represents Utica. All right. We have baseball as you'll see Macomb leading off first. And in the field, it's the OAA club coached by Eric Maggiera out of Rochester, Mike Morris out of Troy Athens, Jim Malkovich out of North Farmington, and John Janes out of Avondale. And this is the right-hander on the mound to start for the OAA. And I got to make sure I get my numbers right. But the guy on the mound right now is number 21, Kyle Robbins out of Seaholm. Robbins headed to Eastern Michigan, a place that my partner Jay Alexander knows very well about.
Yes, sir.
He was the bench boss for the Eastern Michigan Eagles. 6 seasons?
Yes, sir. 6 seasons.
6 very productive seasons in Ypsilanti. Turned that program around, and they've missed him ever since. Some other guys have done some great jobs as well. But, Jay, this is a guy that they like a lot, Kyle Robbins, who's got some real serious movement in that fastball.
Yeah, he does, and he throws 2 pitches for strikes consistently. He got a little arm side run. He comes with a funky slot. Makes it a little bit difficult for hitters to really dig in there because you just never know. And as long as he keeps kids off balance, you know, his fastball to catch up to him.
So we're about set to go, and it'll be Shornack to lead things off. Drew Shornack out of Anchor Bay. Anchor Bay had a fine season.
Yeah, Anchor Bay is always have some kids out there to play from the little league zone up. They do a really good job of developing out there in Anchor Bay, let me tell you.
They had a battle with Rochester in the regionals. So we're ready for baseball, All-Star Baseball. Thanks for watching on the Prep. And the first pitch from Jimmy John's Field, it's 7:07 on the Eastern Time Zone. And it's a slider inside. Robbins had an effective year for Seaholm, an outstanding career as he led the Maples to back-to-back district titles.
And as you can see right there, too, start him off with a slider, comes back with the inside fastball that runs in on the hands, and the hitter was uncomfortable.
All kinds of movement, and that got him. I think it got Shornack on the hands, maybe the end of the bat as well. But that's not the sound that you like to hear. But Shornack looks just fine. Here's a replay.
Yeah, that might have gotten all bat there because he didn't react to it like it hit him. Because he's doing pretty good. And you hit me right there. I'm having some issues getting off the ground right now.
The hands don't lie.
No, they don't.
Shakira talks about the hips not lying. But in baseball, it's the hands that don't lie after they get hit.
Yeah, but nobody contested it either. But I would have been like, oh, hey, time out. I know this is an all-star game.
Of course you would have been an all-star game.
There's no freebies.
Here's Cavassini. There's a breaking ball over for a strike.
Yeah, he's going to, if he can command that fastball, that breaking ball will be set up very, very nicely because it's tight and it's from a funky arm slot.
Cavassini headed to Macomb Community College. Plays out of the Hit Dogs organization. There's a ground ball foul down that third base line. Courtesy glance by Nick Schenefeld, third.
Yeah, I won't hold that against him playing for the Hit Dogs. But, no, really good travel program.
It is. 5'9", 175. Swing and a miss, got him on strike. So Kyle Robbins does what he's done most of the year, and that's get guys with some nasty arm side movement.
Yeah, and you'll see here, he climbed the ladder a little bit, and right there, right past him, inside and tight. That's what I'm trying to get young pitchers to do. Don't be afraid to throw it high inside and then come back with the low breaking ball on the outside. He set him up very well.
Robbins, part of a Seaholm team that knocked off Brother Rice last year in the districts, and for the first time in school history won back-to-back district championships. They knocked off UAD also for the right to play Brother Rice again, and it was a rematch that Brother Rice was up for, and they did get Seaholm.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the fact that Brother Rice was ranked as high as number 3 in the country this year is a respectable finish for Seaholm. Nobody out, just underway, top of the first from Utica, Michigan. There's one out, my bad, the strikeout.
Yeah, and Brady Villar here is no fan of the injury, and ironically, he's going into athletic training. So he'll definitely know what it's like to help others. So looking forward to an exciting career for him at Saginaw Valley.
That's pretty cool. He'll be able to work around some of his future colleagues, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
You've had student athletes with you that want to work on their career, want to work on their academics. How rewarding is it as a coach to hear that you got a kid that actually wants to work on himself outside of the baseball field?
I think that's the most impressive about a well-polished kid, right? Baseball is the carrot. However, I know that something else is down the road.
There goes the runner. It's fouled off. The old hit and run was on. And Shornack will have to go back to first. 2-2 count, 1 out. And it's the 3-hitter Brady Billar up to the plate. Headed to Saginaw Valley, much like his teammate who's here today representing the MAC, Jordan Lewis.
Yeah, and good control of his hands there. That was a tight, hard fastball, high 80s fastball that got in on him. He's tried to hit it to right because it was a hit and run. That shows you the type of hands that he has.
Not running here. It's a fastball in the outside corner. Strike 3 called. How about it? Back-to-back Ks. And what are the hitters now saying when they go back and talk about Robbins?
Yeah, actually, that was a changeup,
It was.
Chad. That was a well-painted changeup with drop in it. Completely froze Ballard, the number 3 hitter. So what they're doing is they're telling each other what he threw him, right? He threw curveball, fastball to the first 2 hitters, but to the 3rd hitter, strike 3 on a changeup that dropped off the table.
Robbins has got some filthy stuff.
He sure does.
Fastball, slider. There goes the runner, and that's going to get away from the catcher, McCartan. So down to second base goes the leadoff man, Drew Shornack. He's now in scoring position with 2 outs as it leaves things up to the 4-hitter, Matthew Whiteman. Here's another look at that pitch that got away. Is this a cross-up?
Nope, that is a pass ball. He elected to scoop it instead of blocking it. So just a technique. It just depends on what coach is coaching you. But we never tell a kid to do that when you got a guy on first. If there's nobody on base, you can scoop it. Other than that, you have to block it.
What about in an all-star game?
Absolutely an all-star game, especially. Because they're trying to win.
I love it.
There's always got to be a winner and a loser, Chad.
That's right. Matthew Whiteman is the batter. He's out of Romeo. He's a Bulldog, and he's headed to Lansing Community College. And he's in that 4 spot. Throw back to second. It's into center field. Shornack will head to 3rd. The throw not in time. And McComb is 90 feet away from scratching the surface with 2 outs here in the top of the 1st.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that was a design pick, which would have been close, but he just threw it wild.
Another look at it here in the center field.
Yeah. And Shornack can run a little bit.
Yes, he can. Line shot, right field, foul. It was barreled up, but it was tardy, and we'll do it again. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, here's an opportunity for Kyle to come back here with a I'd come back with an inside slider right there, then potentially change up away. Depends on, how I think I can throw those for strikes consistently. But again, you can't get away from that nice fastball that you have as well.
Ground ball to short, handled smoothly. Throw to first, scooped up in the inning over. So, no damage. A man left. Nothing solved in the top of the 1st. Come on back to Jimmy John's Field for this All-Star Extravaganza. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. This game presented by G-Brand USA. We are the Prep. Jay Alexander is his name. My name is Chad Bush. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. We've seen a half inning of All-Star Baseball. Let's meet the OAA starters. They'll lead off with Stephen Whitted. The shortstop Whitted leads things off. It'll be JT Youngblood, the second baseman, batting second. Ryan McCartan, the catcher out of Lake Orion, will bat third. Grandin Kinney, the DH and the twin brother of the 6-hitter Colton, will bat cleanup. Jackson Staff, the 5-hitter, is the extra hitter. You'll see him in the infield later on in this game. Out of West Bloomfield High School, batting 6th is Colton Kinney, the Western Michigan commit, who you'll see at first base, second base. And as a DH, his teammate, Nick Schenefeld. Might as well name it the Seaholm Maples All-Star team. Nick Schenefeld batting 7th, headed to Princeton. He's at third base. Clark Anderson is the extra hitter out of Troy High School. And Miles Soren out of WB, that's 9th. That's the starting 9 for Eric Maggiera, the head coach out of Rochester, 1 win away from a regional title this year. Troy Athens head coach Mike Morris, Jim Malkovich, and John James. Here we go. Leadoff man in the box, and it's a pitch outside to Stephen Whitted, the shortstop. Fantastic year for Whitted. In that leadoff spot, a lot of speed and efficiency.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch right there. A little arm side run from the lefty. Started on the outside part of the plate, came back in on the black against the lefty. That's nasty.
That's Andrew Schuster. Andrew Schuster, who's headed to Grand Valley to play football. And this guy can do it all. The Schusters are legendary for being quarterbacks at Chippewa Valley. This guy's a long line of brothers. His other brother played at North Dakota State. I just believe transferred over to, I don't want to misspeak, but he just grad transferred his 6th year.
Wow.
2-2 count, nobody out. This is the leadoff man, Stephen Whitted. Ground ball to short. Charging and not able to come up with it. It's an error to start things, and the OAA with a man on.
Yeah, that was a tough break for him. He threw a good pitch, ground ball, exactly what you want, and you know, unfortunately, he just misplayed it. Cavassini, he really needs to stay down there, get gloved down on the ground, right? Everybody wants to come up. The ball's not coming up, and maybe he's just playing on turf, because that's what happens.
Here's JT Youngblood out of Rochester High School with a man on and nobody out, and Schuster on the mound. Ground ball right side, scooped up, smooth play, throw to first, and how about it? The fleet-footed second baseman, smooth in the operation. That's Jordan Lewis out of L'Anse Creuse North.
Yeah, and if you look at it here, he had a first inclination to just turn and see if he had an opportunity at second, but he didn't, and recouped and went right to first. Outstanding play, Mr. Lewis.
Lewis is headed with his teammate, Ballar, up to Saginaw Valley. Coach Head's not still up there, is he?
No, not at all.
Okay. You got to check. I mean,
Yeah.
after year 50, you know, ground ball left
That's
side.
it.
Handled, bobbled, throw, wide.
Off the back.
Break to third, not in time. Everybody's safe. McCartan reaches it first. Whitted goes to third.
Yeah, Ballard just tried to rush that a little bit, and you'll see it here. Tried to make the play before he can field it. And number one, you got to make the play first. I tell kids that all the time. You got to make the play first.
It sets up Grandin Kinney, the Hope College commit.
Yeah.
2 Waystar, 2 Sports Star, and one of the best athletes in the state of Michigan. What a career for this guy, Grandin Kinney.
No doubt about it. This kid has been special every time I've got a chance to see him, and they're definitely getting him a superstar.
Had a 389 on the year.
The unfortunate part about it is, as Andrew's gotten 3 ground balls right at somebody,
Deserve
and he's
better.
got a man on first and third with 1 out.
That's a nasty changeup on the outside corner that settles in. Grandin, a big fan of Legos, plays for USA Prime, and of course his twin brother Colton will bat in the 6th hole. This one's fouled back and headed for Jay Alexander's. What are you driving today? The
rental
Maybach?
car. Yeah. Driving
Rental-
a rental car today.
I did see a Florida plate on your car. I didn't want to say anything, but I'm like, what's he got cooking here?
Yeah, I got to hit the road at 2 a.m.
Oh,
to
man.
go to my 16U tournament in Louisville, Kentucky.
Congratulations on your 16U championship in Cincinnati over the weekend.
PG.
Was it Cincinnati?
Ohio, yeah, PG Ohio Valley championship.
Very cool. Runners at the corners, 1 out, no score. Kinney trying to change it, and he's going to do just that. Fly ball center field. It's caught by the center fielder, Shornack. Tagging at third is Whitted. And the game's first run is scored in the bottom of the first on what else? A Grandin Kinney RBI. It's 1-0 Oakland.
Yeah, you'll see it here. He got in up on him, and he was able to muscle out to the outfield. So he did exactly what he was supposed to do in that, and good job. And like I said, it's unfortunate because that should have been out 3.
Yeah, the defense has not picked up Schuster. He deals. Ground ball to short, could be 2. Second for 1. They will only need 1. I'm not in midseason form yet. I need some more reps. 1-0 on the Kinney sac fly to center. OAA leads it.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. Well, the coaches deserve some love, too. And they get rewarded for this game, and they should. And what a staff. Yeah. Dan Talent out of Ford, Utica Ford, Steve Spizak. You got Kevin Shubnell out of Grosse Pointe North, of course, made it to the Final Four. Mike Cubitt out of Utica. And they're all gathered and leading this MAC club, who trails 1-0. A lot of chicken left on the bone.
Yes, it is.
Good to be with you for an All-Star Tuesday. Seems like an All-Star game is always on a Monday or a Tuesday. What else are you going to do in a midsummer Monday, Tuesday? Then go out to Jimmy John's Field and watch a little bit of baseball.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, these kids have a lot of things to do on the weekend, so here's the best time to get it in.
Yes. A lot of these kids are reporting to their college. Some have reported already, had to come back. Back out on the mound is Kyle Robbins, the Eastern Michigan commit. A fastball that can reach 91, fastball that sits high 80s, and a wicked moving ball, no matter what he's throwing. This is the number 10. This is Matthew Dickinson. Matthew Dickinson, the right-handed batter out of Utica Ford. He's headed to Macomb Community College.
Yeah, he had a really good season as well. You know, he hit 406, OPS of 1,000 with 100 at bats, man. And you know, he had a 63 innings pitch, 68 strikeouts at a 1.22 ERA. So this kid has got something special on both sides.
And he's going to Macomb. I think Macomb won, I believe, their junior college.
They did.
Their league
I think so.
title.
I think so, yes.
That is a wicked pitch. Can we see that again?
Whoa.
I mean, that was a frisbee.
Kyle was laughing because he was like, I don't know. I fooled the umpire, too. Watch this. It's right down the middle. You kidding me? Because he ducked right into it. That's a strike all day. See, I'm getting tossed, Chad. That's the problem. That's my problem.
You get tossed in all-star games.
I know, yeah. We got to compete.
You can't help yourself. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. Ty Jenkins in the on-deck circle.
I need to see that pitch again, too.
We'll see that one as well. It is a walk and a 50-50 pitch. Here it is.
Oh, it was down.
A little low.
Yep. Down.
Yep. We are high above. Jay and I are high above Jimmy John's Field in the President's Suite. We're not worthy of this box, that's for sure. But we thank all the great folks at Jimmy John's Field and the USPBL. This is the home of the USPBL.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Robbins and McCartan have a conversation. Professional baseball league that features 4 teams.
Absolutely.
It's a great league. A lot of fun.
It is. It gives kids an opportunity still because they get kids picked up from this league all the time. So it's a great opportunity for them as well.
Good opportunity for Fish to take practice swings while he's running camera. Slider is outside. What's up, Fish? We got the crew all dressed up. Fish is in the mundane Tuesday black shirt, which is great. But we got some flavor out in the camera guys. We'll get to that in a moment. Fouled back. This is Ty Jenkins. Ty Jenkins, the right fielder. Jenkins out of Stevenson High School. There's Mike Batchus. Look at that. That's a nice looking polo. And Kyle. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, he's posing now. Oh, yes, that figure. It is curvy. There it is. It's presented well. Presented by G-Brand. There's the game's first hit. And it comes by way of Jenkins in that 6-hole. And it's got McComb thinking about tying this thing up. First and second, Jay, nobody out.
Yeah, that was the inside pitch right there. Fastball, and he just fisted out there. He got enough of the barrel on it to get it out to shortstop, over the shortstop's head. What a good job to be able to stay through that baseball to allow it to try to get out to over the shortstop head because he got beat. But that tells you the strength of Ty Jenkins. And he's going to play for Eric Descovy over at Kellogg, one of the best unsung coaches in the country. And he just happens to be at Kellogg Community College.
Nice. What's the stigma of community colleges? What should people know that maybe they don't know that how it can create opportunities?
What they don't know is it's an opportunity for them to get through all of their undergrad classes for a lot less than they would go to a 4-year college.
Ground ball at the middle. Rob, throw to first, and he got him.
Wow.
Get out of here. How about it? Up the middle, Stephen Whitted, who scored the game's first run with a Rob job here.
That was incredible.
Whitted behind second and makes the whirl and the twirl. I believe the hitter, Zach Freitag, thought that was up into center field.
Absolutely.
He was rounding it. That wasn't a straight line run to first. It was a rounded run.
No, absolutely. And what a great play. Great play by Whitted, who's going to Wayne State. So my alma mater.
Go Tartars.
My first college.
Our alma mater.
That's right. That is our alma mater.
Our.
That's right.
Yeah. And if you're here and I'm here, doesn't that make it our time?
Absolutely, it does.
Sorry, I had to.
But we were the true Tartars. He's going to be a Warrior, so something's wrong with those Warrior guys.
Yeah,
they don't have the true grit as a Tartar has.
Not as cool, not as OG. But yeah, Wayne State. Here's Jordan Lewis, who also made a fabulous play. How about this? The infield is drawn in.
Yes, absolutely.
0-2 count. Robbins needs a strikeout on Lewis.
Yeah, I actually like this because now on 0-2, there's an opportunity for kids to go fishing, and you increase the opportunities of getting a ground ball when you 0-2.
Now, the dimensions here at this ballpark, there's a ton of room on the foul territory and behind home plate.
Yes, there is. There is.
So a pass ball, I guess is my point, it's an automatic run here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But a foul ball is in play.
Yeah, foul ball is in play, and there's a lot of room to play around with. There you see the dimensions, 395 in center field. As you move over to the right side, it's 320 down the right field line, 315 down the left field line. There's a ground ball to short. They're coming home with it. The tag is in. Not in time. Under the tag. Safe at home. The Mac has tied it on the Brady Billar super sneaky slide under the glove of Ryan McCartan.
Yeah, I would like to see this again. The ball beat him, but the tag was a little late. I'm just curious to see if the tag got on him before he actually got to the plate.
It'll be an RBI for Lewis.
Yes, he did.
How about that slide, Jay?
Yeah, it's the tag. These kids got to put the tag down fast.
So we're tied at 1. Fine play by the shortstop, Whitted, to come home with it, but I don't know. Is that one? It's an all-star game? Do you block the plate?
No.
Okay.
Because you had not had an opportunity to block the plate. Because if you do, then it could be called obstruction.
I see. There goes the runner. Fly ball center field. This should get the game's first lead for the MAC. Caught in center, throw home. It's cut off and not in time. Ty Jenkins scores the go-ahead run on the sac fly by the pitcher, Andrew Schuster, and it's 2-1, MAC on top.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is as we see this play again, I want to caution young players sliding in head first at home plate. That's how you get your neck broke. That's how you get your nose broke. The only time you do it is when you see the throw wide and the catcher's got to come back to you. But when there's a bang-bang play, that's dangerous. I saw it in Cass Tech versus Allen Park where the kid got his nose broken at the plate because he slid head first.
No bueno. So here is number 13, Troy Gavin. He's headed to Wayne State also. He's going to play on the gridiron. He's going to play for Ty Wheatley.
Nice.
But this kid's had a fine career in baseball as well. And he's out of Port Huron, the PH. That pitch is to the back stop and a long ways away.
Yeah, ricocheted off of the padding real fast, and sometimes you'll get that. But Troy Gavin is definitely a football guy and has been had a standout career through high school, which is why he's going to play for Mr. Wheatley, who's a good friend of mine.
Ty doing a great job trying to build that program. We, of course, fortunate to be the broadcast production for that. Ground ball to short. Fine play by Whitted, who's been active early in this game, but not before. The MAC takes the lead back. They lead 2-1 as we go to the second.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to Fix My Feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
The OAA staff led by Dan Talent. Now that's the OAA staff. We'll get to them in a moment. Now we've got baseball in the bottom of the second inning. There's a line shot center field. Kinney with a base hit. How about it? Colton Kinney with a scorcher to center to start things for the OAA. Another Colton knock.
Yeah, those brothers are ridiculously good players, so their mom and dad have done a great job of producing some studs.
You bet. He's headed to Western Michigan. to be a Bronco. Play with one of your pals.
Yes, absolutely.
A couple of your pals.
Yes, sir. Corey Mee is the salt of the earth, who's now the assistant over there. And Gernon is one of the most quick-witted individuals I ever had to come in contact with. And he can make anybody laugh. That's a good dude right there.
Yep, good crew. And he'll be with his brother on the left side of the state as well. His brother Grandin going to Hope. So here comes the OAA down a run. And this is the teammate of the Kinneys, Nick Schenefeld, committed to Princeton. And when you go to Princeton, it's a commitment.
It is a commitment. I can't even spell Princeton.
I'm right with you. I can't spell Schenefeld. I know that. Pitch on the outside corner is a strike. That's a dart from Schuster.
Yeah, I like Schuster. You know, he's got control of his pitches. He comes from that, you know, that left side. He's down angle.
Yep.
He really makes it difficult to hit him.
And he's got his second strikeout there. Lefty on lefty battle. Here's another look at it. And Schuster with a filthy pitch.
Yeah, yeah. What a good curveball coming right off of that fastball. And that's why I tell kids all the time, you need to establish the fastball because everything works off of that. And if you can continue to establish that and throw it where you want, you leave hitters guessing.
Yeah. Clark Anderson, the batter, plays out of the Oakland Bulldogs. He's headed to Lansing Community College. The Troy Colts had a fine season. They cracked our top 10 near the end of the year. Austin Sonnenberg on our crew, very proud of the Colts' resurgence at the end of the season. However, they would get knocked off by Seaholm in the district semifinals. Kinney at first, part of the reason for eliminating the guy up. And Anderson looks at one outside the zone. But a fine career for Clark Anderson.
He's a pre-med candidate as well. And he played for a good friend of mine, the Oakland Bulldogs. I believe that's Jiminy Christmas. I'm getting old there, my partner. Just drew a blank.
That's all right.
He was one of my recruits at Oakland.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
That's all right.
Chuck Van Robes.
Sure, out of Rochester.
That's right.
It's a long line of Van Robes. Is it Adams or Rochester?
Oh, I want to say Adams.
That's one you just can't get wrong.
I know.
And I hate to throw the question out there, but I you know.
I want to say Adams.
I want to say you're right, but we're going to hear about it, man.
Yeah, I know.
If we're wrong.
Chuck, you need to text me to make sure I'm saying the right stuff, man. You got to save me here.
Anderson fouls it back. Bottom of the second inning, 2 runs in the top of the second by the MAC. Clark Anderson trying to move along Colton Kinney. Full count, 1 out. We'll see if he's on the move. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Second for 1, relay to first, not in time.
Yeah.
Anderson runs too well.
Yep, but a good off speed. I don't know if it was a changeup. I didn't really get a chance to see it or not. But good off speed kept him out front. He was trying to foul it off, but got too much of the barrel. But he ran. He can run a little bit too. Look at him fly down the line. That's outstanding. And I left my stopwatch in the car. I was going to get it.
You're such a nerd. Sorn is the batter. Miles going to Lansing Community College as a pitcher, but he actually hit .380 and played third base on the reg for Josh Bernberg, the head coach at West Bloomfield.
Yeah, I know Sorn all too well. We had to compete against him.
Is that right?
What a good player he has been throughout his high school career, and I look forward to him doing some special things in college as well.
Lots more to come from this young man. Lefty on righty here. Schuster deals, and the future Laker is upstairs with it. He'll play football at Grand Valley, Will Schuster.
Yeah, you know, and Sorn is known for being tough, hard-nosed kid. He works tirelessly.
Ground ball to short, bobbled, and everybody's safe. Barreled up nicely, but not the normal sure-handed shortstop activity there by Cavassini.
No, it wasn't, and I'll tell you right now, he'll tell you right away. I want to have that one right back because that's an easy play that I make, and that's a tailor-made double play almost.
Yep.
It was hit hard enough where it should have been 2.
Yes, sir. So that will bring up Kieran Crossley out of Bloomfield Hills High School. The Blackhawk will have a chance to tie this thing up with a base hit. He's got 2 men on, he's got 2 men out, and his team trails 2-1. And a Schuster dart on the outside corner is a good way to get strike 1.
Yeah, and I always tell kids all the time, you got to win strike 1. You win strike 1, it gets an opportunity to either get you to strike 2 or as an automatic out. So we got to win strike 1.
Yes, sir. Crossley we saw against Brother Rice in the playoffs, but this guy's had a whale of a season. Crossley, guy that's headed to further his academic career. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that had a lot of arm side run on it, but let me tell you right now, very, very difficult pitch to hit. So knowing that a kid like this got an arm side run, that ball starts on the outside plate, you know, you got to let it go.
Crossley going to Kalamazoo College. Spoke highly of their head coach. There's a ground ball to short. Another chance, and it this time handled to perfection by Cavassini. 2 runners stranded, 2-1. The MAC has the lead as we go to the top of the 3rd in Utica.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. Welcome back to Macomb County. We're just into Macomb County. This is right on the cusp of Oakland and Macomb County. Utica, Michigan, Jimmy John's Field. He's Jay Alexander. My name's Chad Bush, and we've got a dandy. 2-1. The Macomb Athletic Conference leads it. This is the MAC versus OAA All-Star game.
Yeah, what a great opportunity. Great atmosphere. The crowd is buzzing. The weather is outstanding for baseball. And the lights are starting to come on, starting to get a little darker. Man, you couldn't ask for a better day.
A little humid out, but not too much. 81 degrees. Looks like it might rain, but it's not. Just a good night. Glad you're with us. So here comes Drew Shornack. And he will face a new pitcher.
Yeah, I can't see who is on the mound for him.
It is none other than number 23, J.T. Sawden out of Rochester. All-star in the MHSBC All-Star game, played earlier this year at Comerica Park, and also an All-Star in this game. 4.0 student, and a guy that helped lead Rochester to the regional final game under head coach Eric Madge Iera. Ground ball booted at third, and Schenefeld missed that one. So it's been a game of errors, Jay, by guys that don't usually make errors. What do you make of that?
Yeah, just the nerves are still there. They got to settle down a little bit. You know, and that's an easy one. He came in as he was supposed to do, and he got the good hop. And I only attribute that to taking his eyes off of it to make the throw before he actually caught the ball. And I always tell young infielders to make sure you stay down and keep it down. Keep your eyes on the prize.
We got a conversation now between the home plate umpire and the base umpire. And they want to keep the Macomb group on the bench. They're a little overzealous and hanging over and getting on the field, and sometimes just got to correct that. Were you an on-the-field guy? Did you want to work your way on the field? Were you more, I want to stay back and out of the way?
Yeah, no, as a coach, I'm always on the field, so I can see all the action that comes to my way, and that's out there. But players kind of want to do that too, but yeah, I was on the field and still am.
Yeah, still are. You like being on the field, and
yeah.
You should be. Communication, critical on the field. J.T. Sawden, the reliever, taking over for Kyle Robbins. Fastball's upstairs. Sawden's here with his teammate J.T. Youngblood. Popped up, right side, shallow. Very playable. And the catch is made in right field.
Yeah, J.T. Sawden is a smart young fellow himself. You know, he's going into mechanical engineering, and you know, as a baseball player, that's a very difficult field to go in because it's so specialized, and you have to take so many classes during the time of practice. So, you know, he's really going to have to manage his time very well. Again, I think the good thing is he's going to a community college so he can get his undergrad classes out of the way and then transfer into his major.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that's a nice way to kind of take care of the undergraduate requirements.
Absolutely.
Fouled back.
But what a lot of accolades for him. 66 strikeouts,
yeah.
108 ERA, 5-0. You know, he just led the all league, all district, all region, all state academic awards. Just as, you know, Detroit Metro Stars, you know, just a remarkable career for that young man.
What a honor for Eric Maggiera, the head coach, to have a guy like JT Youngblood, have a guy like JT Sawden. How about they're both JTs? What are the odds of that?
I know, right?
There goes the runner, ground ball to pitcher, and sliding on his fanny, no play. It'll be an infield hit. 2 men on with 1 out, and here's how it went down. Slip and fall. Well, look at that sod that got torn up. You have to go replace that.
Yeah, the grounds crew.
The country club, you got to go get that.
He's not going to be excited about that.
Ooh. No.
Yeah, good thing he's not hurt.
Good thing he's not hurt.
Yeah.
Because that could do some things with some knees.
Absolutely.
What's your thoughts on grass and turf right now, and what you as a coach and would like to see?
I think it's like anything else. If you're in Florida, you're in South Carolina, you're in the warmer North Carolina, you're in those states, and you have a good grounds crew, you play on grass, right? But if you're up north and you play in the snow, it's a good opportunity to have turf. It's just period. I mean, you can say turf injures you, also grass injures you. So it doesn't matter. It's just, you know, a lot of times it's dumb luck. You know, I know they got a lot of statistics out here, but it's not anything too tragic where you have to do either or.
Fair enough. Yeah, you hear the arguments. I mean, there hasn't been that much data for field turf that's been out there.
Right.
At least here in the north and at least in high school.
Yeah.
To really do a fair sample size study.
And I'll tell you, there's been all kind of studies and all kind of things, allegations leading to different things. And they even said at one time it causes cancer to play on turf.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we were going through that fight when I was fundraising for Detroit Police Athletic League.
Wowzers, never heard that one. How about that pitch on the outside corner for strike 3? Yeah. This is a dart.
That was a dart. He hit that right on the black on the outside half. Fastball just took it right to him, as you'll see right here. Look at that.
Bam.
Yeah.
JT with a boomer.
You can see why he has a 108 ERA right there. If you could paint the black.
I guess so. So that'll turn things over to the right-handed hitting Matthew Dickinson, as Whiteman is now out on strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-1 lead for the MAC, looking to add on to their lead here in the third.
Yeah, here's a good opportunity for Matthew to come up and step up and say, hey, let's do something about this man in scoring position.
Yeah, they've stranded 5 today. But Dickinson trying to end that run. Dickinson out of Utica Ford. Slider is cut on and missed.
Yeah, what a good what a good pitch right there. Quality pitch. Started it in on his hands and crawled over across the plate. But Matthew is no stranger to seeing those because he hit 406, and I'm sure he was in the 3 or 4 hole. Yep. So he has an idea with the bat.
He does. Dickinson headed to Macomb with his teammate Cavassini.
And in the summer he plays for your one of your alma mater, who's taken over.
Is that right?
As the skipper at Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
DePonio?
DePonio.
Is he a West Oakland Wings guy?
Yes, he plays for the Wild Factor.
No way.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Shout out to the WOW. West Oakland Wings.
What a first-class organization.
Absolutely. Proud sponsor of the prep. That one hit him inside. Nick DePonio's St. Mary's team took to the finals in the Catholic League Championship right here at Jimmy John's Field. Nick doing a great job in his first year. Tough league.
Yes.
So that's a hit by pitch.
Yeah, to load the bases here.
Loads it up for Johnson. Or excuse me, Jenkins. Ty Jenkins will get a courtesy runner at first. Jenkins from Stevenson headed to Kellogg Community College.
Yeah, Jenkins had a good hit his first at bat. Looking here to put some more runs on the board. Takes a tough pitch on the outer half of the first strike.
Landino on to courtesy run at first base. Landino out of Utica Eisenhower. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. Swing and a miss.
He is in, I tell you what, JT Sullivan is in complete control of that outside black, man. He is really demanding that spot, and that's his go-to location. So if these kids can't let the ball travel, he's going to eat them alive.
Ahead 0-2 on Jenkins. Bases juiced 0-2, 2-out pitch. Got him!
Yeah, right there on the fastball, outside half, and they got to let it get deep.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Special thanks to our friends watching on Caffeine TV. Also streaming on the Prep YouTube. Chad Bush and Jay Alexander with you. Alex Westfall, your executive producer in Utica, Michigan, home of the USPBL and Jimmy John's Field. On in relief is Evan Robinson, the right-hander. Robinson out of Lakeview High School. He's got some nice lettuce to go with that fiery right-handed arm. And look, he's got some responsibility, Jay. His team with a 2-1 lead after the MAC has bounced back with a couple of runs.
Yeah, he does. And so here we go. It's time to shut it down for him and to see what he really has and keep his team ahead.
He will face. Some changes will start to occur, of course, in any All-Star game, as you can imagine. We'll try to keep up with them. Try to bear with us. This will be Ben Streetman out of Berkeley High School. Shout out Bears at Huntington Woods.
Yes, sir. What a beautiful area out there.
Yes, sir. This is Streetman, the left-handed hitter. Max Gross, rather. My bad.
Is it Max Gross?
It is Max Gross. There's a couple of number 17s, and they got us. Well, they got me. Yep, this is Max Gross, the fine catcher out of West Bloomfield High School, who's headed to the Air Force Academy. Gross, a solid backstop, and caught a really fine pitching staff enlisting in the Air Force.
Wow, that's incredible. What an incredible discipline you have to do that. And I'm sure, his coach, Coach has done a great job with him, as he's done a lot of those kids in West Bloomfield.
Yeah, could you imagine that? It does take discipline. And you talk about all the futures, and some are academics, some are athletics and academics. And this guy's going to give himself up for the country.
Yes, sir.
He's not doing either. He's going to take care and protect the US of A.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the one thing they do, as a freshman, you do nothing but academic and PT. That's it. You're working your tail off. You're learning about what it's like to be, in the armed forces, making sure that your grades are up to par before you even get the opportunity to step on the field.
Scorches one to short and mishandled at shortstop. Not the first guy to mishandle a ball. No. And Jordan Lewis, the guilty party here. So Gross is on with an error, and he represents the tying run.
Yeah, he let that ball play him, Chad. You got to really attack the baseball, especially on a dirt field. That gets a lot of play, and so it's very, very important that you come and get that good hop.
So here's JT Sawden, I believe. I want to double check. There's not another 23. There's not. Oh, that scoreboard in center field doesn't lie. Sawden batting for himself in the pitcher's spot. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's looking to get something back here. That's for sure. To get his team back on top and try to get some runs started here for them.
Can help his cause. 0-2 count. Man on first, nobody out. Bottom of the third.
Yeah, and again, all his accolades show up on the pitching half, so we don't really have a lot on him hitting wise, but I'm sure he was one of their best players as well.
Plays out of the Metro Stars organization, one of the sponsors of this broadcast and event. Angelo Plouffe, leader of that organization. Got him on the outside corner.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember because we played against those guys already.
Did you?
We beat them this year.
Okay.
They beat us last year, but we beat them this year.
It's a good organization.
Yeah, very good. Angelo does a phenomenal job. We have fun coaching against each other. Very well respected.
You know who his doppelganger is? A guy you and I both know very well. I'll give you a second to think about it. Maybe not a doppelganger, but a guy that could be, let's say, his brother. I'm going to let you think about it.
On the east side?
Just a guy you and I know. Well, very well. Joel looks like he could be his brother. He's a head baseball coach at the state of Michigan at a college.
Oh.
Mackey.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
You look like you'd be related to Mackey?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Anyway, maybe this was, both guys great baseball
absolutely.
guys.
Absolutely.
Plouffe was a left tackle in college.
Was he really?
Saginaw Valley. Evan Woodward is the batter. Out of Stony Creek. Swing and a miss, got him on strikes. It's a strikeout and a big one. Punch out by Evan Robinson. Here it is, Jay.
Yeah, looks like something that dropped off the table. Must have been a change piece. Didn't really get a good look at it.
Here's Joel Batardo. Pitches inside. Batardo out of Athens.
Yeah, it's tough to keep up. All these changes and nobody tells us.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to Broadcasting High School.
Yeah,
it's not like college anymore. You're not in Kansas anymore,
no,
Toto.
I know. I know. I'm just trying to keep afloat here.
I know. Batardo in for,
Yeah, and I don't even know if he's in or they just batting everybody, which is fine. So we'll figure it out
together.
But he's going to, KBCC to study business or kinesiology. So it gives him opportunity. Joel has been with Troy and Mike, Morris over there, who's done a great job. Troy. Oh, that's Athens, so don't want to mess that up.
No, especially with Austin Sonnenberg. Boy, those cheeks are red. You PO'd him. Look at him. That Athens comment he took to heart.
Yeah, I know. That's my mistake. I won't make that again. Sorry to his parents and to the fans.
Oh, it's a fun rivalry between Athens and Troy.
It sure is. That's just like Benedictine and DePorres back in the day.
Yes, that's a good analogy. The old CHSL trisectional.
That's right.
That was a dang good league. Upstairs with it, he walked him. So now first and second, Batardo draws a walk. And that's the go-ahead run. So here comes Parker Churla, teammate of Joel Batardo, buddy of Joel Batardo, and he'll try to level this game at 2 apiece with a base hit.
Yeah, he just needs to be patient, really get something he can drive in his zone, whatever that is, and try to drive it to the gaps.
There is a lot of room. It's a shallow outfield. Playing in. So we'll see if Churla can burn McComb.
Yeah.
Throw down to first, the snap back not in time. Look back. And now ready to rock. Parker Churla, the batter, and now conversation and the meeting of the minds at the mound. And a 1-0 count. Usually this is about, all right, what are you going to throw? We got a guy at second base. He might be reading signs. Sometimes you want to give a guy a breather, especially when he looks like that, Jay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a dirty jersey, dirty pants.
Yeah.
It's been a full game already on the mound for Robinson.
Absolutely. He can play for me anyway. I call them dirt bags. I'm always recruiting dirt bags.
That's right.
But I'm going to tell you what, Parker Churla is magna cum laude, graduated. So he's a smart kid. He knows what pitch is coming.
He sure does. Strike called. High academic.
Man. Applaud that kid. I believe he was a 2-sport athlete playing football and 3-year starter in Athens baseball. So he's done a lot of good quality work.
Did it on the mound. Did it in the field. Yeah, I mean, that's a big-time record in career.
Yeah, and two sport athletes, man, and you're able to maintain a GPA. My hat's off to Mr. Trula, big time, and his family for really giving him the keys to the Cadillac to be able to, do what he's doing on the field and in the classroom.
You bet. That one's fouled back and just out over our heads. You could hear the roof rattling.
Yeah, absolute epitome of student athlete. I can't say that enough. And kudos to you, Parker. I'm excited to even say your name right now.
We got the ball. How did we get that ball? Where did you find this? It was on the deck? Oh, Austin Soderberg got a ball. How about it? Go show that to the people. Get out there. Foul back. Try to get a shot of the ball that Austin Soderberg just found. And, yeah. There he is.
There he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Austin Soderberg went and got it. Yay. Troy's finest.
The small victories.
That's a Troy Athens guy now who hit that. Yeah, you're melting. He dropped the ball. Can't drop the ball. That one's fouled back, and I mean, you may have to give that baseball back. They might be out of balls. Yeah.
Because he's had a great
How
at-bat
about this
right
at-bat?
now. Yeah, that's a great at-bat already. He's really, really proven to be a tough out, fighting him off, making the pitcher throw more pitches, making Evan really search back and think, what else should I throw this guy? Because I'm throwing him everything else.
The 2-2, and it's popped up, and guess what? Fish, go get it. Oh. Another one. Man, oh, man. Everybody's giddy. There's Fish. He wasn't getting to that one. There he is, fresh off his trip from Australia. Yeah. Good to see Fish back. He and Art Smith getting back off sabbatical. So baseball delivery indeed. And more baseballs and we're ready.
Yes, we are.
Bottom of the third.
What
Big
a fight.
pitch.
What a fight here.
It is a fight between Parker Churla, the batter from Athens, and the pitcher, Evan Robinson. Inside, we're going to go full.
Oh, I need to see that again.
That was close. Too good of an at-bat not to go full. Here it is.
Evan is like, are you kidding me? Oh, it was down.
It was a little down.
Man, good call.
Yeah. The frame was a little.
It was good. The frame was good. It makes
was
us
good.
think it was a strike.
There's a fly ball, pop-up, second base, ends the inning. Side retired, but the battle noted and respected. Nothing across. Bases juiced and left. Back after this, 2-1. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
All-Star game on this All-Star Tuesday in Utica, Michigan. Jimmy John's Field, home of the USPBL, Professional League of Independent Baseball Clubs. But the celebration today by this MAC vs. OAA All-Star game presented by G-Brand USA, the Metro Stars, and The Prep. We are The Prep. Thanks for watching. We'll have our G's of the game after this one from each side. But we got some new players to introduce and that have come on the scene here in the top of the fourth. And we'll try to keep you posted on all of them. But we've got a new pitcher. And we'll get to him in a moment. But right now, let's get the batter for Macomb. It's Zach Freitag out of Chippewa Valley. We saw his teammate Andrew Schuster, and now we see Freitag committed to Macomb. And here we go, 1-0 the count.
Is it still JT on the mound?
I believe it is. We'll double check that. It is Miles Sorn, I believe, on the mound.
Sorn.
The right-hander for West Bloomfield. And he's got a dirty dark one there. Freitag swings over the top.
Yeah, he'll throw a facet of breaking balls. Definitely the strike thrower. A kid that's going to come right at you with all he has.
Throwing to his catcher throughout the year, Max Gross, his battery mate, so that's a familiar deal. All league, all district this past year. Known as a good teammate and a hard-working student athlete. Headed to Lansing Community College. Freitag, the batter, pounds one to third, up with it, fire, and the completion. How about it? Sticking with it. That's Clark Anderson.
Yeah, great job of staying with it. Ball was hitting very, very sharp right there and came right up on his glove real fast. He bodied it up and boom, good throw, good strong arm across the diamond.
Yeah. What's the mindset as a guy who bobbles, slows? What do you teach at that moment, and how do you teach it?
To watch the ball and not the runner.
Jordan Lewis barrels one up the center, maybe the hardest hit ball of the day. But how about the glide in center field and the snatch?
Yeah, he made that look real, real easy.
Stephen Whitted, who's controlled the outfield all afternoon, makes the easy play.
Good jump on that, made it look very, very simple.
Here's the left-handed stick, Andrew Schuster, with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the fourth, and the MAC leads by 1. OAA got a run in the first. MAC came back with a run in the 2 runs in the second. And that's where we sit now here in the fourth.
Yeah, good job of recovery for both of these teams after a couple of errors. And so, again, I think the nerves are all good now, and these kids are settled in, and they're getting ready to play some really good baseball.
The clouds have cleared. Even though we've been promised there's no rain, it has looked eerie. And now it's looking a little bit more comfy.
Yeah. It definitely is, and as it continues to get darker and the lights on, and
yeah, wind's blowing out. We have yet to see anybody threat with a home run. There's a ground ball up the middle and a base hit. So how about it? It's a 2-out single.
Yeah, I just like to see these kids run harder out of the box too. A lot of colleges, they want to time you to first base, and when you don't run hard out of the box, it makes it difficult to time you, you know.
So Schuster with a hit, and that'll bring up Gavin Troy.
Yeah, Gavin hit a hard, sharp ball to shortstop first time at bat. see what he'll do here.
Pitch out in front of the plate. What's the summer slate for these kids now? The seniors, majority, let's say they are moving on to play college baseball. What's their next step?
Their next step is to continue to play for their summer programs and really get their class schedules together for their colleges, get everything moved into their dorms, prospective dorms, apartments, and where they're going to go, and just to really try to shift your mindset to, like, this is going to be a job, because you're going to college and your schedules are going to be regimented, and you're going to go to class, you're going to go to weightlifting, you're going to go to eat, you're going to go to study table, you're going to go to practice, you're going to go to practice film, you're going to go all kinds of things. So it's an opportunity. They're going to have to really get organized.
It's a transition, no doubt. Troy's transition will be from Port Huron, where he played for Kevin Goulding, down to Wayne State.
Yeah.
Where he'll play for Ty Wheatley, and now he's preparing for football. So he really is on an accelerated schedule.
Yeah, my goodness.
You're into camp.
You're in film, and more film.
He'll be in Midtown probably after this game.
I'm sure.
Ty probably wanted him there yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's probably upset that he's going to this playing baseball.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean all-star game? You're a football player now. The football coach don't like sharing, boy. I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I know they don't. I know. That's right. Full count, 2 outs, strike 3 called. Oh. What a dart on the outside part of the plate. Inning over. Miles Sorn with a shutdown inning.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back to Jimmy John Stadium here. Here we sit in the top of the 4th inning.
Connor Good, the batter out of Avondale. So Good on. And he's out on strikes. And we've got a new pitcher in there that we'll meet in a moment, but that was a quick good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yeah, but he definitely got his swings in, I'll tell you that. But they were on the outside part of the plate. Very, very difficult to hit for somebody who really don't understand, not just Connor, but those young hitters don't understand what it's like to catch the ball a little bit deep into the zone to be able to hit the ball the other way.
So the batter now is Owen Madison out of Farmington High School. Speedy middle infielder. Did some great things this past year for Farmington High School and the Falcons.
Yes, he did. As they merged the two schools not too long ago, I forget how long ago that was.
About 8 years ago.
8 years, that's right. COVID.
Yeah.
It was like 10 years with COVID.
Evan Robinson. And that one's laced to right, but right on the spot, making the catch. And two are out quickly. That'll bring up the Berkeley Bear Streetman, Ben Streetman. So Robinson on in relief.
Robinson is making quick work of strike. Boy, you tell me, you talk about winning strike one, he's doing a phenomenal job of doing that. Going right there, maintaining that outside part of the plate and going after it.
Boy, he's got a live arm.
He sure does, and it's quick too. It's downhill and complete control of that outside part of the plate, man. I like this kid.
Out of Lakeview High School, and he hits Streetman. So a 2-out, 1-1 pitch hits him.
And that's the first time he came inside after pinpointing the outside part of the plate.
And maybe that's why.
Well, I'll tell you what, and again, you don't want to out-trick yourself, right, or outthink yourself, and I think that's a little bit of what he did. They're not hitting that outside part of the plate, so you keep pinpointing it until they throw it, and then you bust them inside.
Here's John Whiteside out of Troy High School making his first plate appearance. Big swing and a miss from John. Whiteside we also saw on the basketball court for Troy High. He's headed to Lansing Community College, 6'2", 165. Plays out of the South Oakland A's organization.
Yeah, another good baseball organization out there, started by Buster. And Buster's done a great job of getting those kids to college. And I'm not so sure he's still involved. I think it was Buster Sunday.
Yeah,
this kid was a really good player, a standout catcher at Western.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you go against him?
Yeah.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. And Buster was kind of, getting ready to retire then, but his organization still exists because of him.
Whiteside, a business major, played for Joe DeRazio at Troy High School. Fly ball right field, playable, and the second out recorded of the inning is the third out of the inning in totality. Nothing to cross. It's been 2-1 since the second inning. Tight one. Stick around. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching.
West Oakland Wings Baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance. Respect.
Integrity.
Got a boy.
1, 2, 3. Wings. Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
How about this? This game's all about having fun. Why not? And a little selfie action by Ty Jenkins out of Stevenson. And yeah, that's what this game's all about. Sometimes you got to get a little selfie, a little social media.
I know. That's awesome.
Not a part of the game back in our day, but you got to roll with it, right, as a coach. How do you roll with things like that weren't around back when we played?
You just got to let it happen, and you got to make fun of it, you make light of it, but kind of tell them that, hey, here's what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera. So it's hard to be an old school coach in today's game because everything has changed. And I kid a lot about, doing different things, getting tossed, but I've definitely adapted to this year's type of player. And you have to challenge them more, but not kind of put them down, right? We came in a culture of they were putting us down to make us do something, make us run through a wall. These kids, you put them down and they might stay down. So, it's just changing the mindset, not only of them, but of yourself too. You got to be willing to make change as a coach and to be able to connect with these kids today. Because again, they grew up with all of this knowledge and all of this wisdom that we've never had, because all you got to do is say, hey, Google, hey, Siri, right? We couldn't say any of that. We say, hey, Mom, and she's like, what?
Isn't that the truth?
Yes, sir.
John Whiteside, who we saw at the plate last inning, will stay on and pitch. He's had a successful career at Troy High on the mound and in the outfield. He'll get to showcase his pitching talents here against Amir Orr, who has checked in for the MAC. First pitch fastball upstairs.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a good live arm too. So excited to see, what he's going to do here.
Amir Orr out of Lance Cruz High School. He's headed to Mid-Michigan College.
I like it. 0-2 come up and in, and so likelihood here of a breaking ball on the outer plate is pretty good.
Orr awaits the Whiteside pitch.
He just came up with the middle.
I thought that might have dipped in as well. 3-1 the count. Orr trying to get a leadoff walk. Steady skies one high and foul out of play. And that is down amongst the fans.
Yeah. Amir is majoring in looking to major in physical therapy too. Another good occupation for athletes. So I like the opportunities and the choices that these kids are making to try to pursue their future endeavors.
All-region player at Lance Cruz, and he draws that leadoff walk. MAC trying to extend their lead. They lead a tightly played ball game 2-1. We have yet to really see a lot of base path traffic due to hits.
Right.
Been a lot of errors, some walks, some hit by pitches. Kind of what you'd expect in a game like this, but the game is still on the brink.
It is. It is. It is. I don't expect all the errors that I've seen. However, there've been some hard hit balls.
Yeah.
And but I think a little bit of the nerves trying to be too fast. I always say you want to make the play slow well. Right, you don't want to play too fast, but you want to make the play slow well.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Good question. What I mean by that is just want to make sure you take your time, make the play, get down on the ball, glove to ear, and get it out the slot, and not worry about the runner. Just enough, right? Because a lot of times we teach fast and we teach them to play fast, but then they lose a step along the way.
Sometimes you got to slow down a bit.
Absolutely, slow down to get the play well.
Makes sense. There's a ground ball up the middle, could be two. Taking it himself is Kinney, and the throw to first. And it's a OAA double play. How about it? Grandin Kinney took it himself and turned it quickly.
Yeah, what a good play right there by Mr. Kinney. You'll see it right here. Had a good hop. Took the good hop, went right over the middle. Boom. Nice, good footwork.
So Mike Wooters is out, the Northwood commit. Got a twin brother as well. Here is Tim Gaddis out of Utica High School, headed to Macomb Community College. And we've got a terrible towel that has, for some reason, made its way to camera 2. That one is fouled back.
Yeah, good swing on that pitch, though. Body came a little bit disconnected, trying to, probably go for the fences. Pulled away a little bit. If you'd have stayed on that pitch, it might have been a different result.
Whiteside trying to get a clean inning here.
Yeah, and I love Whiteside is just going right at these hitters.
Yeah, quickly.
He's saying quick work. Let's get it in, get it out, and let's go to work. But Goddess needs to stay connected. He's pulling off with his front side here. See that? And stepping right into the bucket. So anything on our outer half, curveball away, is going to get him every time.
Whiteside with a clean inning. OAA trying to make a move. We go to the 6th inning.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Yes. Chad Bush and Jay Alexander back with you. It's All-Star Baseball on a Tuesday from Utica, Michigan. Beautiful sunset here in the great state of Michigan, southeast Michigan. And we've got a tight one, Jay,
Yes,
2-1. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the bangers, the homers, the extra base hits, but we have seen pretty good, clean baseball outside of a couple errors. Well-pitched game.
Yes.
There's a lot of talent out here on both teams.
Yeah, there's a lot of good arms with strike throwers with some little velocity and some movement. Makes it very difficult for any hitters to hit. So you got a lot of really good hitters out here too, and but good pitching always beat good hitting. And this is what you're going to see normally in an All-Star game. You're going to see good pitching, and unless a pitcher makes a mistake, right, it's going to be very difficult to hit any of them. And as you see in professional All-Star games, when you have the top pitchers pitching, the only way you beat them is when they make a mistake.
We've got a new pitcher on the mound, not to be confusing, but we've got back-to-back-to-back number 10s. And this is Landino on the mound out of Eisenhower High School. Carson Landino, uncommitted. Here he is, showcasing. Sign this kid. He's a good arm and had a fine career for the Eagles. And he will face the leadoff man, Stephen Whitted. Trying to get something going for the OAA. They trail 2-1. They haven't scored since the opening inning when they took the 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Whitted battle against Carson here for some selfish reasons.
It's a good battle.
It is a good battle.
Whitted out of Groves. We've talked a lot about Seaholm, but Groves had a great year as well. That one is laced to left, fairly deep, circling, having room. And it's allowed out number 1 off the bat of Whitted for Landino.
Yes, it is. And a decent swing, right? Let the ball travel a little bit more will allow him to get that ball past the outfielder. But definitely that kid's got something special, Cook Bruin.
Carson, who's been playing baseball since he's 5 years old. 4 no-hitters to his credit. He's a hit dog guy, and he's headed to Western Michigan. Ground ball up the middle off the bat of Youngblood. Fine play, off balance throw, and they got him!
Wow. Now you're going to see here the nervousness is over. It's time to make some plays, baby. That was outstanding.
How about the fleet-footed off-balance athleticism by McComb here?
Good job. Good job. What an outstanding play.
2 out.
Brings up Ryan McCartan.
I believe that was Ty Jenkins at second base.
Yes, I believe so as well.
That play, number 6. Try to give him his propers.
Yeah, that was a tight slider right there on the inner half and froze him. Froze McCartan right there.
McCartan, the Lake Orion catcher. It was Owen Van Dam who made that play at second base. Fine play by Van Dam out of Eisenhower for his teammate Landino.
I wonder if it could be. I wonder if his dad is named Jeremy. I played with a Jeremy Van Dam as a
Paul.
catcher. I played with Jeremy as a catcher at Wayne State.
They're brothers.
Hard-nosed player, man.
Yep. Pitches low. This is Ryan McCartan, who's had quite a run at Lake Orion.
Yes, he has.
Catches Cale Gahn, who's committed to Duke, who's here tonight. We have yet to see him, but probably the highest rated player active. Brennan Hill for McComb is down there, but he's not fully dressed. He's got the jersey on, but he's wearing shorts. So Hill not active tonight, but here. McCartan draws a walk. It's a 2-out walk. That's the tying run, bottom of the 5th. And we'll see what that brings up. It will bring up Brandon Kinney.
It's always dangerous when somebody's on base.
Kinney's had a big, big year for Seaholm.
Yes, he has.
One of their top run producers, home run hitters.
Yeah, here's a great opportunity for him to put something in the gap, as I've seen him do many a times.
396 hitter. Led Seaholm with 45 hits on the year. 5 home runs. Only his twin brother was better with 7 home runs. And 29 runs driven in. And that is laced to center. That's going to drop in. Big turn at second, headed to third. Throw will be cut off. It's first and third with 2 outs. Another Kinney hit. And what one twin can do, the other one can match. And how about it? The 2-out rally from OAA is upon us.
As you see it too, he left it out over the plate, some off speed, and he mustered it out there as he could do because he's so strong.
So Landino trying to get out. He had worked quickly with 2 quickies to start, and now he's dealing with Jackson with an X staff.
Yes, he is, and he put a really good swing on that outside pitch, just missed it. Another kid that played for a historic program at West Bloomfield, and Coach Bimberg, excuse me. Don't get mad, Josh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit! In to score the tying run is McCartan. It's 2-2 thanks to the 2-out hit by Staff to tie it up here in the 5th.
Yeah, and that's called not trying to do too much. Take what he gave you. It was on the outer half, and he just stayed connected and hit it ball straight up the middle for an RBI. What a great piece of hitting here as you see it. Boom. Not trying to do too much. Simple, stupid.
Yes, sir. Here's Colton Kinney already with a hit in this game. Or excuse me, already with an RBI in this game. And there is a check swing. He did go. But 2 runners are in scoring position now for Colton Kinney, who had a huge year for Seaholm. 377 average and 7 home runs to lead the team, 44 runs driven in to lead the club.
Yeah, what a fine fine hitter he has been throughout his high school career.
And we haven't even talked about the football accolades. That one is laced to right center. That's going to drive in a couple. Into score comes his twin brother, and right behind him is Staff. It's now 4-2 with a Colton Kinney 2-run single to right.
Yeah, I tell you, I told you those boys are dangerous. I've seen a lot of good players, but those kids feed off each other. So it's I guess dad tells them or mom tells them that, hey, you are not eating if the other one ain't eating. So so if one can eat, then the other one can eat, and so that's what they feed off of. But man, what a historic career for those two brothers. That's outstanding.
It's great to see his brother Gray and his father Brian before the ball game. They were excited. Nick Schenefeld, their teammate, trying to add to this 3-run inning. Oakland Athletic Association has taken the lead 4-2 here in the 5th.
Yeah, and what a good game it's starting to be. You know, like I said, they're starting to settle in and play. And now you're going to see the athleticism and their baseball ability is going to pursue here.
It is. Top. Yeah, and this guy's done it all year. Schenefeld, 392 average. 26 runs driven in for the Princeton commit. Schenefeld, like both the Kinneys, also logged innings on the mound. He threw 27 innings on the year, went 4-0. He's out on strikes here, though, for the second time today. Landino gets out of it, but not before damage is done by Oakland County. A 3-run 5th, and they now lead 4-2.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance. Respect.
Integrity.
That a boy.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Evan Woodward on in relief to try to preserve this lead for the boys from Oakland County. They trailed going into the inning, but they come out of it +2. And now Jay Alexander. McComb is on the comeback.
Yes, they
Hunt.
are. So now they're going to have to try to do it against the Saginaw Valley commit. And the individual who plays for, I hope I'm saying it right, for my man Chuck Van Robes down at Oakland
right.
Bulldogs.
Yep, that's right.
No, I know his name, but I want to make sure that's the organization he runs.
Right. That's totally. I got you. My bad. That one is crushed to right center, and Buster Diebel flies out. Friendly fire in right center. No big deal. Whitted handles it, and there's one out.
Yeah, good communication. Everybody wants the ball, and as you'll see it here, he called for it too. You can tell but the other right fielder was waiting, and then he tried to stop himself at the end.
Buster DeBoll is out, the Romeo High School grad and Macomb Community College commit.
Man, you do a good job keeping up with these changes, Chad. I'm trying to find what's what.
Well, you know.
Because nobody's radioing up to it.
No. This is Jacob Max out of Lakeview High School, who's playing here today with his buddy Evan Robinson, who we've seen on the mound. The big broad-shouldered right-hander out of Stony Creek, Evan Woodward, is on in relief. And he's ahead 0-2 here, quickly.
Yeah. Jacob had a 1.6 ERA, too, as well on the mound, and carried a .312 batting average. He also played for Little Caesars Baseball Club, too.
Nice two-way piece to that Lakeview program.
He has 3 older sisters and 1 younger brother.
All right, it's a big family. He had to fight for his meals.
Yes.
You got to get there to the dinner table early.
Oh, my goodness.
You're one of 5. You got to hustle.
Yes, sir.
Pitch is just low.
And older sisters, too.
Yeah, you bet. What's going on down there? Is that JJ down there? Where is JJ? Did Dana bring JJ today? We got the dog pound down there.
Uh-oh.
Ground ball to short. Kinney handles it. Backhand throw. Got him. Brother to brother, twin to twin. And there's quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, good backhand play there by Kinney. He worked himself around the baseball. I mean, textbook right there. Took his 2 steps. Shuffle, shuffle, throw. Good strong throw. Got his feet up under him. Textbook.
So Woodward trying to make it a rare 1-2-3 inning in this game. And he'll have to do it against South's Micah Lottie. And that one is thrown into the stands.
Yeah, that was.
Or to the dugout, rather. And so that's going to be an extra base. That's an error in this game.
Yeah, it was. It was a tough play. He had to come up and getting it. And he got the in-between, but he was still able to field it, but then sailed it. Because he tried to, muster up a little bit more strength to throw that baseball and got underneath it instead of getting on top.
That's a big run out there.
Yes, it is.
And that's a 2-out error. And that'll bring up Lemire. Theo Lemire out of Fraser High School. And he takes it inside off the right-handed reliever, Evan Woodward.
Yeah, here's a good opportunity for Theo to put his team back up or tie the game. Where we at? I'm sorry, get 1 run down.
Ground ball. Kinney charges on this natural surface. Throw to first, and he got him by a step. Inning over. Man retired and stranded at second, 4-2.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
We are the Prep. Thanks for following us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube, where you're watching now, perhaps. And we appreciate you following us on our socials. Nearly 200 games this year in our 9-month season, and it comes to conclusion today. We'll have some summer baseball stuff coming down the line, but for high school, this is it for the 2024 spring summer. Glad you're with us here on the Prep. My name's Shad Bush alongside Jay Alexander. And you can also get involved in our sponsorship team, info at theprepsports.com. Of course, football coming in the fall, Gridiron Game Day next up. But baseball today. And we've got a good game going on, 4-2 in the 6th inning, Jay. And Clark Anderson and OAA would love to build upon this lead and get some insurance.
Yes, they would, but they're going against the hard-throwing lefty and Matthew Whiteman, who's going to Lansing Community College, and he plays for Romeo with the great T.J. DeLaMalere. So let's go and see what's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it will. He's been a lockdown lefty. He'll face the third sacker, Clark Anderson. And Anderson laces one to right. And that's a leadoff single, something the OAA has done in 4 of the 6 innings today.
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting. Ball's on the outer half. He threw him 2 strikes on the outside part of the plate, and he just waited and hit the ball, let it get deep, hit the ball the other way. That was a good piece of hitting.
What do you tell a young player when you want them to go the other way and take an extra second to steer the ball to the right side or not pull the ball, let's say? What do you tell them to remember?
Right. The hard part is you can't really tell them anything. You just have to show them. You have to show them the results of hitting off the tee, and that preparation comes before they get here to this game. And you could tell them till they're blue in the face, but if you don't show them, they don't understand what you're talking about.
Miles Soren, the batter, we've seen him on the mound today. There goes the runner. It's a breaking ball, good pitch to run on, and not in time. The speedy Anderson in with a stolen base. He led Troy in stolen bases this year, and he's showing off on the base paths again here, Jay. Getting himself in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, what a good opportunity and a good job by him, and especially off a lefty.
That one is whistled off the dirt. Another odd hop off the dirt. I'm not sure it mattered. That was a scorched ball and a base hit by Soren. Runners at first and third. And how about the dancing job by Anderson to get out of the way?
Yeah. That was good base running, outstanding base running. The ball was right there. It was kind of on the line, so he had to really freeze, and he froze and took a step back, and then it hit the bad hop, and he went to third. Great base running for you young fellas out there to really look at that. That's outstanding.
There goes the runner, and a solid jump by Soren. Crossley looks at a pitch. I don't know what they called it.
Well, I don't know what the first baseman was doing, but he vacated and gave him right away.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Anderson with patience, grace, and fancy footwork to make it first and third with nobody out. And here comes Kieran Crossley out of Bloomfield Hills High School with a chance to blossom this lead a bit. It's a 2-run Oakland lead. Infield is in now.
Absolutely. And Crossley hit a ground ball last time to the shortstop, so definitely I would come in as well.
Crossley with a productive career at the top of the lineup for the Blackhawks. Headed to Kalamazoo College. He'll be a Hornet.
Yeah.
MIAA baseball is solid.
And he'll come out with a fantastic education because they do a great opportunity.
And a big-time job.
Absolutely. And they play great baseball now.
Yeah.
You know,
Hope College,
absolutely.
where Grandin Kinney is headed.
Yeah, well, my main man, Stu Fritz, used to be the head coach, and he's retiring this. I think last year he retired, or this may be his last year.
Yeah, I think it is his last year.
Yeah. You talk about one of the all-time greats and good baseball people and good human beings. I don't know if I've met too many like Stu Fritz.
Yeah. Well, but he's done it that long, and done it that well with some great relationships along the way.
Absolutely.
I know something you can appreciate.
Yes, sir.
Crossley in a full count battle with nobody out. Runners at second and third, and a big strikeout.
Huge.
By Matthew Whiteman out of Romeo.
Huge strikeout. What a good pitch right here. You'll see it right down the outer half of the zone. Good fastball. Good job, Mr. Whiteman.
So here comes Max Gross with runners at second and third. Chance to do something special. Infield still in. Anderson at third.
Trying to cut the run down. For sure. Keep that lead, or keep them down by 2 instead of going up by letting them go up by 3 or 4.
Big difference in a game like this. Upstairs hunting is Gross. Looking at that 320 down the line.
Yes, he is. You want to say, if he's not playing baseball at the Air Force, he wanted to get it all out in his last at bats.
Got him on strikes. So how about it? Matthew Whiteman coming back with a couple of Ks.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that was a great pitch. He froze him too with that curveball, man. Perfect. Started it right there, went out on the outer half. That was an outstanding pitch.
So here comes JT Sawden out of Rochester. Fooled on the first one. And it looks like Whiteman's in some kind of rhythm now.
Yes, he is. And I'll tell you, JT Sawden is not going to get he's going to really go after these pitches because he struck out looking the first time. He's not going to get cheated, is what I was trying to say. So I'm sure he's not trying to strike out looking again.
No, he'll be aggressive. The 1-1. So after this, no more baseball until March for some of these kids. However, the college game comes quicker than the high school game.
Yes, it does.
So they won't have to wait till February or March. These guys will be ready to rock in the fall for fall ball.
Oh, absolutely.
There goes the runner home, steal, and he's out at home. Clark Anderson took off, and the tag out at home, and inning over. Everybody's looking at each other, but Anderson saw something that we didn't.
Yeah, let's see it.
Straight steal a home. Anderson with some onions. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Ben Streetman on in relief with some responsibility now with a 2-run lead as we go to closing time here in the 7th inning. 4-2, OAA on top, trying to preserve this lead. Chad Bush and Jay Alexander with you. Thanks for watching here on The Prep.
Yeah, what they want to do here now in the MAC is they really want to settle down and get a good pitch to hit and drive it. And not try to get it all back at once. They just need some base runners right now.
Owen Van Dam out of Eisenhower. Trying to get things going against the righty Streetman out of Berkeley. And that one's off the facing and down amongst the customers.
Yeah, you can't get cheated, Chad. You got to come in off the bench, right? And or your one at bat you gonna get. You can't get cheated.
Van Dam looks at a quick strike 2.
That's a real tight slider right there. It's a good pitch.
Yes, sir.
Come back high with a fastball inside, but I'm sure he's gonna come back with a slider. But I'd come back with a fastball inside, then a slider away.
You got some plays in the playbook here. It's wide open at 0-2.
Mm-hmm. And it's just about the philosophy normally of the coach calling pitches, but in this case they're calling their own pitches.
That one is put out onto the street.
Yeah, that's too close to that's too good of a pitch on 0-2 right there. Maybe screaming at him, "What are you doing?" Shout out to my man Bobby Martin who's listening to the stream.
What's up, Bobby? Just missed him down low.
Yeah. Talk about a good two-way college athlete. They don't get any better than Bobby.
Where did he play at?
Played at Wayne State.
Oh, Bobby Martin.
Yeah.
Of course. Second baseman?
Yep.
Sure.
Second, third. He did whatever you wanted. And he's quarterback. You know, even though he was undersized, he was very intelligent.
I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Streetman plays out of the Metro Detroit Baseball Club. 5'11", 165, headed to Henry Ford Community College.
Yeah, and they just got a new head coach.
Is that right?
The former coach at Plymouth High School is now the head coach at Oakland at Henry Ford Community College.
Jake Pachalski.
Yes.
That's right. Good call. Slider, got him on strike. Streetman says exit right.
Yeah, that was a tough slider again. You'll see it right here. He's been calling that outer half, so maybe it might have been a little liberal, but he's been calling it.
This is a 9-inning affair, not a 7-inning game. So apologies for the flirting of a 7-inning game.
Nice
Fine play at second base. A.J. Trost is out, and Sorn is the reason why. Look at this flash of the leather by Miles Sorn.
What a great job of coming in, getting that short hop, getting rid of it fast. Outstanding.
Almost looked like it might have gotten the glove of Streetman to delay it a bit or shift it, but I'm not sure. Here's Colton Kristich. Out of Madison Heights Lamphere High School. Madison Heights is, I believe, in Oakland County, but
it is.
Lamphere is in the MAC. It's messing with my geography OCD. Fly ball to right, routine play, and Kristich lines out to end the inning. 4-2, we go to the bottom half of the 7th.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance. Respect.
Integrity.
Got a boy.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Ty Jenkins on in relief, the Stevenson High School graduate, trying to hold down the OAA club. They've scored all their runs in 2 innings as we go to the bottom half of the 7th. In this 9-inning affair, Chad Bush and Jay Alexander, Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Stick around after this one's done. We'll have our G's of the game. We'll have somebody from the OAA, somebody from the MAC. And here we have J.T. Sawden at the dish.
And Ty Jenkins is 18-8 overall on the mound with a 2.47 ERA over his career.
Very effective for Stevenson. Pop out, and that's quick work. 1 up, 1 down. Jenkins played for Joey Manuel. And Sterling Heights Stevenson with a great year. He was all MAC Red and the MAC Red Player of the Year. He's also a golfer. He once shot a 74.
Wow.
How about that? You and I have golfed together. Neither one of us are very good, let's be honest. However, we love the game. Or we like the game.
Absolutely.
We have fun at outings.
Yes, we do.
But a 74.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Now, we've got some great golfers on crew here.
I can't even comprehend what a 74 would look like.
I mean, that's 9 holes for me. This is 18.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, the Westfalls can stick it up a bit.
Wow.
Austin Sonnenberg. Fish can even play a little golf. The Huntman says he can do a little hit around and some bang around on the greens. Yeah, putt-putt, he said. You're better than that, Huntman. Come on, you do more than that. Evan Woodward's the batter. That one is laced to right, not deep, near the line. Catch made. Out number 2.
Yeah, for you young players out there who play the outfield, just remember, every time the ball goes towards the line off a right-handed hitter, it's going to really tail towards the line and foul territorial area. So you got to really run hard. Just as opposite of the left-handed hitter going to the line. You got to really run towards the line.
A.J. Trost, the right fielder, records the out. Here comes Joel Batardo, who came on the scene back in the 5th and drew a walk. And the fastball is blown by Mr. Batardo.
Yeah, he needs to really get that foot down early and get those hands back and get ready to explode. Especially on a guy who got some velocity out there.
Jenkins deliveries upstairs and nearly nipped JB. Slide piece is just a bit low. Ump wanted to call it, but sometimes when the ball's not caught, it makes it tough for Old Blue to make the call.
Yeah, that's the one thing I hate the most. Yeah. Strike is a strike is a strike is a strike.
Yeah. That one right down the heart of M59 for a strike.
Yeah. Tardo was guessing something else, and so, you know, you got to react. You got to think fastball, adjust to a curveball or off speed.
Jenkins upstairs with this one, and it's a 2-out walk to Batardo. So here comes Parker Churla. The teammates will go back to back as the OAA tries to improve their lead of 2 runs.
Well, Joe definitely has a good eye. This is his second walk of the day, and he took some good pitches, man.
He does. Can run a bit.
Churla flew out to second base earlier because he was out front of an off-speed pitch. There you go. Now he gets a fastball and laces into left field.
So Churla with a 6th hit of the day for Macomb. And he represents the tying run. So back-to-back base runners, Jay, with 2 outs. OAA is up, so they're trying to extend the lead, and we've got a courtesy runner. And into the game comes number 21. Is that Kyle Robbins?
Yeah.
I think it is. So Robbins, who played football at Seaholm as well and can run a little bit from that A-back position at running back. We saw Robbins in the fall with Seaholm.
It's a good fastball on the outer side of the plate, and again, there's a lot of takes on fastballs out over the plate, you know, because kids are looking to pull and try to, you know, get some extra action that they don't need. Just got to stay within themselves and hit the ball where it's pitched.
We'll see what Connor Good can do. There goes the runner to third and mishandled by the catcher. So that's an advancement by Joel Batardo. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs as the OAA trying to add on to their 2-run lead.
Yeah, he wasn't throwing him out. What a great jump, good anticipation. He stole that on the pitcher. And the only time you steal third is on the pitcher anyway.
Swing and a miss, inning over. Good out on strikes. A K for Ty Jenkins. Runners stranded. We go to the 8th.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. And now we have Parker Charler on the mound, taking over to see if he can hold down the MAC conference. Again, Parker is very, very intelligent, graduated magna cum laude amongst his athletic accolades, and now we're going to see him shine on the mound, which is what he has done at Troy Athens with the longtime coach Mike Morris. So we get the chance to see him doing what he does best.
Got a base hit. Now he's trying to get a hold or maybe a save, depending on who the AAA will go with. Beautiful night here in southeastern Michigan at Jimmy John's Field as we approach the bottom of the hour. 9:30 Eastern time is upon us, and closing time indeed in this ball game, and the OAA will try to do it. It won't be easy. They've got some good bats they're going to have to get to and get through. And Amir Orr will lead things off and try to get things rocking for MAC.
Yes, sir. They got to take every at bat. Got to force yourself not to make it out, and you have to really, really grind it out here. Try to get some base running. But Parker has a really good slider that breaks very, very wide, and it's going to be a tall task for the MAC.
We've seen a few lefties today, and this is a good piece for what has been a Troy Athens southpaw that's been very effective in his 4-year career. But the challenges are upon him. Amir Orr to lead off for Lance Cruz. He walked his first time up.
He had a good at bat, fouled off some pitches. Really, really was a quality at bat. Did a very good job. And they're going to need that. You've got to grind it out to get on base here for them.
First pitch outside. Top of the 8th. 2-run lead for Oakland Athletic Association. That one nearly nipped Orr. Headed to Mid-Michigan College. Up in Harrison, Michigan. Just right by Higgins Lake. Beautiful part of the state. Not too far from Central Michigan University.
Yeah. That's a newer community college too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe with baseball.
Baseball.
I know basketball's been there for a minute. Baseball's new, I believe. I do believe it, yeah. And they've got a program that they've put together that's competitive. They don't play a lot of games, obviously, due to the weather.
Right.
So it's tough.
Right.
But, you know, if Central Michigan's not too far, there is some ability to play.
Absolutely.
Orr gets another walk, does his job, gets on base, and that'll bring up the tying run in the name of Mike Wooters. Wooters also a basketball player for Coach Toko in Dakota. He's got a twin brother, and they're both headed to Northwood to play some baseball. That one's popped up right side. Woodward, the first baseman, makes the catch. And that's a quick out, and out number 1.
Yes, it is. And what hitters has to do late in the game is they have to be able to go deeper into the count, make the pitcher throw more pitches, and get more of a quality pitch to hit. Especially when you're down 2 runs. Every pitch count, every at-bat counts. Because now all you're doing is chasing outs.
What's the philosophy on when you feel you need to be aggressive and when you feel you need to see pitches? Is it just based on the pitcher or based on your own as a batter mentality?
It's a little bit of both, but it's a little bit of where you're at in the game. If you're late in the game and you're down, you want to take some pitches to get some base runners. If you're early in the game, you want to be aggressive and go after your pitch and don't miss it. So it's just where you're at in the scenario in the game as it progresses.
And of course, we saw a leadoff walk, so you think, well, he's not in a groove yet. Let's let him stay out of the groove.
Yeah, and this is one of those times where, like, my philosophy, Chad, would have been, that's why everybody on my team can bunt and not sacrifice bunt, but I would have laid down a bunt for a hit to see if we can get 2 guys on right away and then do the sacrifice.
There goes the runner and no throw. It was a fantastic jump by Orr, and time is called at home plate.
Right, and that's what bunting does. It puts another, gives you another tool in your toolbox, if you will, to be able to come out here and try to perform. I mean, it's an underrated facet of the game, and that's just that. So my 12 and under team, who's, again, is a 12, but they're number 1 in the state, and, they're ranked in the country. But we bunt all the time, and it's hard to defend for younger kids. And but that's a tool that they can use to bunt. I mean, we played against a team from Texas that couldn't fill the bunt whatsoever, and they were juggernauts. They could mash, throw hard, do all that, but we just out-baseballed them.
Yeah. Something to be said for that, using all of the areas of this game to test the fundamentals of the opponent.
Absolutely. And not only that for 12U, because, if you're listening, you can say, well, man, that's 12U, but we do that in my 16U when we were top teams in the country.
Yep. It's a timeless skill. Got us the batter, and he pops it up. And that is out number 2. Outs starting to run out. Just 4 left for McComb, but a fine job on the mound for this hurler who's come in throwing darts.
Yes, he has. Parker has come in and really demanded the strike zone there, and he's only made 1 mistake by walking thus far. But his pitches is not down the middle. He's pinpointing on both sides of the plate. And he's really getting in on hitters, too. That's the only one he left a little bit outside of play, but that was a good swing right there on a really good fastball.
Buster DeBoll, the batter, the Romeo Bulldog, representing the tying run. Got a runner at second with 2 outs. Parker Churla on in relief. There goes the runner to third, and they'll throw to third, not in time. Strike was called, but Orr's just having fun on the base pass right now.
Yes, he is. and you can see it. Again, you still have the pitcher. You do not still have the catcher at all at third base, and it's just a timing mechanism. He's probably about 1.5 to home, which you and I could steal on that. I mean, it is what it is,
Fly ball deep center field by DeBoll. Backtracking, got it in center to haul it in for out number 3. Runner stranded. OAA trying to extend and hold on to this 2-run lead in this All-Star game on a Tuesday. Thanks for watching We're the Prep. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Here comes Madison to try to get things rocking for the OAA in the bottom of the 8th in what could be their final at bat, Jay Alexander.
Yes, it could.
There's a hard hit ball to center, and it stays up long enough for Orr to make the catch. Hit it hard, and Orr tracked it, and that barrel bat is out number 1.
Yeah, the MAC wants to make sure they can make quick work of this to get back up to the plate and try to tie it up or win it in the bottom. Well, not win it. This is the 8th, so they have another crack at it.
Yeah. This is Ben Streetman out of Berkeley. Streetman came on in relief. Jenkins with a slide piece taken inside by Streetman. Streetman asked the home plate umpire, by how much? He says, who cares? It's an all-star game, Streetman. Carry on. Ty Jenkins.
What I do like about these pitchers, though, Chad, is they're all coming inside, mixing it up. You know, a lot of young pitchers don't like to come inside because they're fear of hitting guys and missing over the middle. But, you know, you got a pitcher that can come inside. He's going to do a lot of damage because you set him up for the outside slider or, and get him not thinking about what's coming or not knowing, what's coming.
He has kept him off balance for sure. Streetman, a pitcher himself, awaits the 3-1 and draws a walk.
That was a 3-1 slider, too. If you're going to do that, you got to start that over the middle of the plate.
Yeah. Not the right recipe, a walk. And now he'll have to face John Whiteside. With 1 out here in the 8th inning. The OAA clinging to a 2-run lead. They took the lead in the 5th inning on a Kinney Colton RBI, 2-run single to right center. His 3rd RBI of the game. He stands right now as the favorite for the Oakland G of the game. Strike called right down the heart at the belt of Whiteside.
Yeah, he was guessing there. He got a slider on the first pitch, and he was thinking, I'm about to give me a slider on the next pitch, and came right with the fastball right away. Kept him off balance.
That's a slider, and he hung it. Blasted to right center. Holding at second base is Ben Streetman, but it's a 1-out single for Whiteside and a fine piece of hitting on a miss and a hanger.
You see it here. You'll see that he hung it, the slider, right over the middle of the plate, and he deposited it right into the right side field. Didn't try to do too much. Good piece of hitting by the young man.
So with 2 on and 1 out, that'll bring up Stephen Whited. And Stephen with a chance to give his guys a little bit more of a breather here. We've seen him at short, seen him in the outfield. And the young man from Groves making his mark on this game today, but right now behind 0-2. Fine piece of pitching here as we see Jenkins battle.
Yeah.
Out of Sterling Heights, Stevenson. That one is chopped to short, throw to second, and that's all they'll get. So runners at the corners, out at second is Whiteside. on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if he was trying to push it over there or what have you, but I like to see him get his hands back a little bit more so he can drive the balls a little bit. But definitely that kid can fly. I wonder if he can bunt too.
Colton Kristich with a fine fielding play. So at the corners now, and JT Youngblood. Youngblood, who had a fabulous year, as the runner now takes second base. Got away from the catcher. Youngblood batted .385, 29 runs driven in, second team All-State. The MVP of Rochester baseball. And a Lansing Community College commit.
Yeah, and Rochester's been historic, a really good program, always produced some really good baseball players, and so he's no stranger to that. That's for sure.
He and his teammate JT Sawden doing great things. Ground ball to second base. Ball knocked down, ball fielded, and the inning over. So, side retired. We go to the ninth. It's closing time. 3 outs and 2 runs needed for the boys from Macomb County.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Chad and Jay back with you. We are The Prep. Follow us on social media. The Prep 3 is our handle. And you can find us on all the major social medias, on our YouTube page. If you would, please subscribe and follow us on YouTube and on Caffeine TV. Look at that purple haze.
No, man, that's awesome.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix would just be grooving right now to that sky. Can we get another look at that sky?
So you say Jimi Hendrix, I say Prince.
Oh, yeah, very good. Both very acceptable. Both very acceptable. A little purple rain, a little purple haze.
That's it, brother.
We can have both.
I know.
Kinney is on in relief for the OAA. This is Grandin Kinney. On in relief, he'll face Jacob Max. And it's a strike on the outside corner. Been a very good year both ways for Grandin Kinney.
Yes, it has.
Headed to Hope College. Popped up right side. And
don't
nobody
see it.
knows where it's at. Lost in the lights. That ball was Woodward's. He couldn't find it. Colton Kinney came over and said, that's your ball, and that's a tough luck leadoff single.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because, you know, the lights are pretty tall lights, but they're not like in the big leagues, and they're not college. They're like, higher lights so that you can see high fly balls.
That one is laced to right center. That's trouble. That's a hit for Michelotti. And now first and third with nobody out. The Grosse Pointe South Blue Devil gets the MAC clicking up their heels.
Yeah, don't look now, Chad, but there's no outs men on first and third here. What a great time for a safety squeeze, and there I go talking about bunting again. But what a safety squeeze would do here is score a run and put a runner in scoring position at second base if you're looking to tie it. But, it's All-Star games, got to be a winner.
Theo Lemire is the batter out of Fraser, headed to St. Clair Community College, where he'll be a sailor. That's a strike on the outside corner. Runners at first and third, nobody out. It's not all Kinney's fault, but that's what he's been dealt here with a light ball issue. That one is laced to left. That one's down the line. That's a fair ball. Down in the corner. That's going to tie the game. No, it's not. They will hold the runner at third. Michelotti. But in to score to make this a one-run game is Jacob Max on the double and the first extra base hit of the ball game.
And on the flip side of that, Coach Mackey was like, we're playing for the big inning. He doesn't never like me bunting.
There goes your bunt theory.
That's it. Or just hit a double down the line.
Bunt this, Alexander.
I love it. Absolutely love it. What a good swing and a good fastball.
Owen Van Dam. So nobody out. 4-3. Infield is in.
Yeah, Kinney's keeping the ball up. Unfortunately, he's missing up and right into the barrel of these guys' bats.
Ground ball right back to Kinney. They'll throw back to first. The runner had gone halfway down the line at second, but that's a big out, number one. Huge as the ground out's recorded.
Huge out, and he's going to have to do a better job of staying off the plate here. And right now, what I would possibly do here is do an intentional walk and throw nothing close to the plate so we can set up the double play and get my middle in the back a little bit, and my corners in, where we can actually do some damage.
Brandon Kinney had a fabulous year on the mound. He logged the most innings of any Maple, going 42 1/3 innings pitched. Went 3-1 on the year, 39 strikeouts and a 2.1 ERA. Infield in, tying run at third. A.J. Trost swings and misses. Kinney's in a 1-1 count.
Yeah, I'm not throwing him anything good to hit here, and he's going to get a steady diet of off-speed pitches or something off the plate and harden in. Exactly right there. It's 2 off-speed pitches in a row.
Trost out of Warren Cousino. And Trost is still weighing his options. He's uncommitted and available. Got some choices. Changeup misses upstairs. Grandin wanted it badly.
Yeah, and coming upstairs here lends itself to coming low and away on a slider out over the plate here.
Fly ball right field should tie the ball game. Tagging at third. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time, and it gets away. In from third to score the go-ahead run. And the MAC takes the lead.
Wow.
Theo Lemire in to score on the throw. And what happened here, Jay?
Well, there's nobody backing up the play, and they all just watched it sail away. And as you can see it, no one came over to even try to get the ball, which was puzzling because he gave all he had. See, the catcher and pitcher's too close to the plate. You got to be back on the grass on that backup throw right there so you can prevent that from happening.
3 runs in the 9th. And McComb has taken a 5-4 lead. Pitch outside, and Kinney, you'll recall, started the inning with what should have been out number one.
Yeah.
And it was a base hit on a ball that got lost in the lights. Brother backhand throw, not in time. It's an infield hit for Colton Kristich.
Yeah, Kenny's body language is different, Chad. I've never seen this out of him. A little bit devastated, and doesn't look like he really has enough on the mound right now. I haven't seen this out of him. You know, he's always been at the top of his game, and you know, he's just going to have to take a deep breath and do what he's good at. Go right at these hitters.
Yep. And that is a hit by pitch. Amir Orr on base for the third time. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, if I'm not mistaken.
That's Jordan Lewis, actually. Scoreboard had it wrong. So Jordan Lewis with a hit by pitch. And that will bring up Ty Jenkins. Strike called. Mike Wooters the batter. So, Jay, how this game has changed.
Yes, it has.
Jenkins is the batter, not Mike Wooters.
And now, you know, as hitters now they have the advantage. You want to be extremely patient here. You want to get a pitch that you can drive, because obviously Kenny's fastball is not where it usually is. And, you know, he's a little bit devastated about what happened. So you really want to get a good pitch to hit.
I'm sorry, partner.
No, you're good.
Right field fly ball, out number 3. But the Macomb Athletic Conference comes from behind to take a 1-run lead. What will the OAA do now? We'll find out. Closing time coming. Back after these.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
So Carter Peterson on to try to close it out for the Macomb Athletic Conference. Jay Alexander, who trailed by 2 entering the 9th, and here they are up by 1. What can you tell us about this burly right-hander?
Yeah, big, strong right-hander, 53 innings pitched, 61 Ks, 1.5 ERA. He's going to come right at these guys. You know, as long as he's probably going to be amped up. There's an opportunity to get a save in the All-Star game, and you know he wants to try to throw 98. You know, so he's just going to have to settle down and command the strike zone like he's capable of doing.
Good-sized kid. Built well, 6'3", 220. Strike on the outside corner. Ryan McCartan out of Lake Orion, the catcher. Down by 1, the OAA in the bottom of the 9th. Carter Peterson on to save the day. Going to play football and baseball at Olivet. A to St. Clair High School.
Yeah, you don't want to run into that kid in the football field. Oh, my goodness, with some pads on.
Yeah, big boy. McCartan ahead of the count now, 3-1.
Yeah, he's going to have to settle down here, Peterson. You don't want to put no freebies on the base pass in the bottom half of the ninth. You just want to go right at these guys, make them earn their way on to the base.
Big swing and a miss. Peterson went after him.
Yeah, what did you throw on 2-2? You probably going to throw on 3-2.
And he walked him. So a leadoff walk. McCartan very confident, maybe sold it. And so there you go. And guess who struts to the plate? A chance for redemption. Grandin Kinney, who's already had a solid day at the plate, now up. And Jay, this is where a pitcher has to turn into a hitter.
Absolutely.
And for Kinney, that's been really nothing for him throughout his career.
No.
It's been normal standard business.
But I've also seen him amped up, you know, and trying to do too much at times. But I've seen him take a bad swing and then come back with a home run or a double in the gap. So this kid is very capable of doing some positive things at the plate. And he just got to stay within himself.
He's got to see a strike here, you would think, on 2-0.
Yeah. And by him not swinging on the first two pitches tells me that he's taking for a strike.
Right.
Because he's hacking anything close normally.
Let's see what he's going to do here. Inside corner, got him with a breaking ball. That's the first strike of the bat.
Yeah, you know, and Peterson is falling off a little bit on the side of the mound, and he's falling, and his arm is dragging, which is the reason why he's missing a lot too. That time he stayed in line, got a good pitch on the outer half, and but I'm still not throwing Kenny anything good. I'm slider right here, making him chase, and then I'm probably coming in back on it on 3-2.
Line shot foul down the left field line. Brandon Kinney, 3-year letterman in football, 2-time All-League in football, both running back and linebacker. Defensive Player of the Year for the Maples, his senior campaign. 4-year letterman in baseball. And Rockets one to left. It's a base hit. And Kinney collects another knock, and it's 2 on with nobody out here in the ninth, with Kinney ironically representing the winning run.
You can't write it any better here, Chad. You know, and here again, here are different philosophies as a coach. And again, this is an all-star game. But if you know, you talk to the kids and say, "Are we trying to win this game, or are we trying to win this game?" So either you bunt and sacrifice 2 kids over, 2 kids in scoring position, or you know, let the kids play and hit ball, see ball, hit ball, and the possibility of a double play too. So
infield fly in effect here, double play in effect here. 2 on, nobody out, and that was a headhunt job, and both players are going to advance without the need of a bunt. And the wall's starting to close in on Peterson as the winning run at second base.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or you can throw a wild pitch and move the runners up.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Staff says, I want to be the hero. Meanwhile, Colton Kinney says, I want to drive in my twin brother for the win.
And I'm about to say, why wouldn't you walk him if you're going to have the infield in?
They will walk Staff.
Yeah, you have to here. It's in the bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth here. And your bases loaded. You want to force every bag you can.
So it sets the stage for Colton Kinney. And it's a ground ball up the middle, a base hit that's going to win the game. Carton in to score. Kinney in to score. This game's over. A game winner from Colton Kinney. Fourth RBI of the day.
You can't write it any better than this, Chad.
6-5. OAA wins it in the bottom of the ninth with a walk-off single by Kinney. Oh, what a fabulous day of baseball, Jay.
Yes, it was. And outstanding. Didn't try to do too much. Took what they had, and that's the perfect place to hit a ground ball right there, straight up the middle. So, outstanding. What a heck of a game.
Colton Kinney had the go-ahead two-run single to right. He has the game-winning two-run single to center. A 4 RBI day, and 6-5. OAA knocks off the MAC. What a great day of baseball. It'll be capped off with the G's of the game that are coming up next. We'll step aside. This All-Star game is concluded. We'll have the highlights, stats, and the G's of the game coming up next. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
West Oakland Wings Baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance. Respect.
Integrity.
Got a boy!
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
My time to shine. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to fix my feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing!
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
West Oakland Wings Baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
Got a boy!
3, 1, 2, 3. Wings.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Well, the ball game is over. It started off with a 1-0 lead. But coming right back and getting things going and regaining the lead. This was a ball game, though, that saw some arms that came in, competed. But ultimately, a lot of runners were left on base. Saw some clutch hitting. Late in the game, this thing got a little bit tight. There it was. a 4-2 game after that single by Kinney. He would continue to be the storyline in this ball game. More of that later. That tied the ball game up. A 2-run double. 4-4. Clutch piece of hitting there. That was Theo Lemire. And then on the throw, they took the lead. And all of a sudden it was 5-4. 3 runs in the 9th. But then Kinney with redemption. And the win. And the walk-off win in style. Our G of the game, none other than Colton Kinney with a walk-off celebration. We'll try to get to Colton Kinney next, and we'll name our G of the game on the MAC side. We'll step aside briefly and come back to wrap it up. 6-5. OAA knocks off the MAC in this all-star game extravaganza seen here on the Prep. Thanks so much for watching. Don't go away. We're back right after this.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Joey Michelotti is our MAC All-Star G of the game. Joey, with a couple of hits, also scored the game-tying run. And Joey, congratulations. G-Brand USA presents this beautiful All-Star Game MAC G of the game shirt for you. Congratulations. How did it feel to get here?
It felt great, you know, to represent my conference and my high school, all the players on my own high school team. It was a fun accomplishment. It was always great to play another baseball game, play as many baseball games as I can until you're eventually done.
This was a fun game. It's supposed to be fun, but at some point these All-Star games can be competitive. And this became competitive when you guys took the lead with 3 runs in the 9th. What was the mindset, and did things change? Did you feel the vibe getting a little different?
Yeah, for sure. We're all competitors. We all want to win. So once it was 8th, 9th inning, and we're like, oh, shoot, it's a close game. We all wanted to win. We all put hits together and wanted to be competitive. No one wanted to lose that game.
Congratulations on an outstanding career. Tell us what's next for you.
I'll be attending University of Michigan just to study business.
That's awesome. Not just to study business and not just the University of Michigan. Congratulations on an outstanding career as a student athlete.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. It's Joey Michelotti. We're back in a moment with our OAA G of the game after this. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here. We're here with Colton Kinney, our G of the game, 4 RBIs, game winner. Take us through the thought process in that final at bat.
I mean, it started off timing up the pitcher when he was warming up and warm-ups, and then I saw the first few hits go by. I'm like, okay, this might come down to me. And then I saw the dude get up, and then I saw coach call time, and I'm like, wow, man, this is gonna get real really quickly. And I'm like, okay, I just try and slow the game down for me. One pitch at a time. First, and I'm like, if this first pitch is anywhere near it, I just got to put bat on ball and get this running. And I was just thinking pass on the next, so hopefully maybe a sac fly or something. But luckily the shot got through, and we won the game.
Talked with Joey earlier about how this game kind of changes momentum and changes how you feel about it. It started to get emotional, started to get competitive for you guys.
It started off, we were just kind of messing around, having fun. It's like summertime. No one's really doing much, and then then the game started ramping up. Tie game, 1-run game, tie game again, and then we were up and we're like, okay, we got this. And then they made it really competitive. Had a great last inning, had some shots out there, and then we were just like, okay, this is real. We got to turn it on now.
Final game you play with your brother has to be emotional for you. Have you thought about that moment?
Yeah, I didn't ever think it would come. Actually, it's like thinking of it. We played T-ball, Little League, everything together, every sport. It's kind of crazy that was our last game of ever playing a sport together until maybe I'd play with him in the future, hopefully, but definitely really emotional, and I loved every single game with him.
Well, we loved watching you all along the way. G of the game again. We'll have a hat for you as well. Congratulations so much, Colt.
Thank you.
All right, G of the game. We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up here from Jimmy John's Field.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. They're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
The ball game is over. Time to say goodnight from Utica, Michigan at Jimmy John's Field, 6-5. The OAA comes from behind to win it over the MAC. And thanks so much for watching this broadcast. I want to thank our talented broadcasting crew, led by Alex Westfall, your director and producer of the broadcast, Evan Westfall on Instant Replay, the Huntman, Rob Hunter on graphics, Austin Sonnenberg on audio, Fish, Sam Fisher on camera 1 with that terrible towel, Mike Batches on camera 3, and Kyle Buchanan on camera 4. And my partner, Jay Alexander, doing a fine job on color commentary. We thank him as always. My name is Chad Bush saying so long. Don't forget about us. We'll have more baseball in a couple of weeks. Stay tuned. But this was all about the OAA and the MAC going at it in a dandy. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Good night, everybody.